Anthony Polonio was one of 3 officers that was charged with perjury back in 2007 after they allegedly developed amnesia in a high-profile murder case against Belize city businessman Ben Bou-Nahra, who was charged back in 2005 for the shooting death of Sean Copious. The then Sergeant Polonio, along with Inspector Clement Cacho and Constable Darius Ramos, all dealt with Bou-Nahra on the morning of September 17, 2005, either at the crime scene of Bou-Nahra's home or at the police station. But when the case went to trial, the officers reportedly developed a case of amnesia. This was after the charge had been reduced to manslaughter and Bou-Nahra's caution statement disappeared. All 3 officers were found guilty and dismissed from the department. An appeal was filed, and 5 years later they were acquitted of the crime. By that time, PC Ramos had already died and Cacho was reinstated into the department. But the same was not afforded to Polonio, who was then 46 years old, so Polonio sued the government. For the last 7 years, the civil suit is still before the courts.
That is in February 2013, my trial for perjury in the Supreme Court began and concluded before Justice Strade Gonzalez. I alone was tried. PC Ramos had died before the trial. I won my case by being acquitted and was not still reinstated. I decided then to sue the police department and government of Belize in March 2013.
A series of unfortunate events had Polonio filing a complaint against an attorney before the Bar Association of Belize.
On the 18th of July 2018, I made a formal complaint to the Belize Bar Association concerning Alifa Ellington Hyde. On an affidavit, I accused Ms. Hyde for failing to deliver personal legal services to me, her client. On the 29th of the 11th month, November 2019, around 1:30, the Bar Association held a tribunal in connection with the same matter against Ms. Hyde, for which I was summoned and I attended. At the very tribunal, I could have seen that Ms. Hyde had her attorney, which is Ms. Lisa Schumann, and I was without any attorney. The CJ was the person presiding over the same tribunal. And the very documents I was now given were the same civil suit, copy of the civil suit in connection with my case against GOB.
The court had ordered mediation for a settlement to be reached, but that process failed, and that is where it is. In November 2019, all parties returned to court, but the matter was adjourned. Now, due to the COVID-19 situation, a new date has not been set.
And the mediation was held, but it would seem that the very same mediation had failed, even when the attorney for the government side had mentioned that she had to talk to the financial secretary and the commissioner of police in respect to what would have sounded like some kind of settlement. Because of the COVID situation, that he couldn't get nothing in connection with any kind of adjournment or next court date. And this has us disturbed because our case is like a floating boat. Thank God it's alive, and getting justice against the government of Belize seemed to be a very impossible one.
We went through a lot. And we were strong. But at the end of the day, I told him after out of this, it's a learning lesson so that we can get stronger.
Duane Moody for News 5.